Hey everybody, welcome to yet another episode of Who's That Anime with your hosts Steve and Colin.
This is an important one, Colin, for
It
two
is.
reasons.
What's the two reasons?
The first reason is
Mm-hmm.
this is the last episode of Chainsaw Man. We're finally at episode 12. Katana versus Chainsaw.
Yeah.
But the other reason is this is our 100th episode of the podcast.
100th episode, you don't say.
100 episodes.
My God, who thought
Yep.
we would make it to the big 100?
Not me. This is the longest running podcast I've ever done.
And it's also the longest one I've ever done.
There you go.
That's mainly because this is the only one I've ever done. But
I've done 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my 5th podcast.
if it,
Yeah,
Wow.
I did. My first podcast had 54 or 55 episodes. My second podcast had, I think, 3 or 4 episodes. Actually, sorry, this is my 6th podcast. Shit. Okay.
6 podcasts.
Yeah, and then I did another one that had, I think, 10 episodes.
Alright.
And then I did one that had 1 episode. And then I took over one for a website, and we did, I think, 4 episodes of that. It was 1 a month.
Okay.
And then this one.
And this is one you've chose to stay with.
Well, I began my podcasting journey in 2009.
2009.
Yep.
That's only, what, 13 years? 14.
It was 14 years ago exactly.
14 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So my video feed for you is all kind of screwed up, but it's fine in recording, so we can go with it.
Nice.
It's, oh man, every time you move, it's like, when you blink, it's like, you still have your eyes open, but like, not, like, you had like 2 images coming into the stream, but on the video, it's fine.
It's just an absolute horror show everywhere else.
Yeah, on the stream for you coming in, because
amazing.
Hell. Anyway, that's that. 100th episode. We should have fanfares that are going.
We should. Do I have? Hang on. Maybe I have a hat of some sort I can wear.
I could put this wee tiny Christmas hat on. Look. It's like a party hat. Steve's gone, so it's alright. I'm talking to myself.
I'm back.
How you like my hat?
That's a good hat. Oh no.
No. Wardrobe malfunction.
That's the cat hat.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's not going to stay.
Nah.
I can wear it under my nose because my nose is massive. Look, do that.
This is good for an audio medium.
Yeah. So that's just more incentive to watch the YouTube video when it comes out in 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's right. I will spoil it though. I am wearing a My Hero Academia hat. So
Plus Ultra hat.
Plus Ultra.
I am wearing a Santa Claus hat.
Yep.
It is made for a cat.
Christmas. A hat fit for a cat.
Yes.
So shall we dive into this then, Colin?
We'll get it over and done with.
We had left off in the last episode with Aki having the very life choked out of him by the ghost devil that was regurgitated by the snake devil.
Speaking of choking out. This hat is a choking hazard apparently,
I mean, it would be if you tried to eat it.
and it is not a toy, and it's for pet use only.
Well, you probably shouldn't be wearing it then.
I'll put it in my hand. Look, I'll put it. Oh, here. I'll give it to Fly Eric. It's probably more suited on him anyway. Yes. Anyway, so he's getting choked out,
Yep, he sure is.
and his eyes start to water. Really like the fact when they do things like this that they actually get to have watery eyes and stuff.
Yeah, there's a well, it's what is it? Mappa, the name of the studio. They're the ones that did Attack on Titan as well, right?
Yeah, yeah, I like the fact that
Or
they
at least
show proper
the
pain.
latter seasons. They definitely have a penchant for showing people's agony in very detailed ways.
Yeah. So he's getting choked out, and
Yep. Yeah,
has a flashback
he
of
does.
of Himuro. Himuro.
Himeno. This is a it's a flashback we've seen before, of her trying to coerce him into having his first cigarette.
Yeah, but it's more in detail this time. Where
Yes.
she goes, I don't want to rot my bones. I need them, type thing. And she says, go on. It's like fine, I'll have it. You do realize I'm a minor though. It's like, wait, you're a minor?
Whoa,
Oh,
whoa, whoa.
can't be having that. Right, give us
No,
that
no.
back. uh, she seems to have a thing for minors. It's a bit worrying.
Yeah, it is extremely worrying.
I mean,
She is dead now, though.
she is.
So
She has passed now, or has she? Because the intro still kind of shows her in the intro.
I know. I did look up uh her profile in the Chainsaw Man Wikia, and it does say deceased. So
Mm-hmm.
not reborn or anything like that. So I don't know.
Possibly. Who knows? I haven't read
Possible.
the
Yeah.
manga, so this is my only instance of the show, of the medium
Yeah.
of Chainsaw Man. Uh, yeah. And then next thing you know, he's kind of lying in front of the ghost and pile of arms that he's chopped off recently.
Yep.
And an arm is stretched out, and it's just, you can look at his eyes, his face is sewn up, mouth and eyes, and the hands outstretched with a thing going, here, have this, and he's like,
Yep.
what? And the snake lady is going, what the fuck's going on? Because it's not doing what I told it to do. That's not good. I don't like this. This is a bit worrying. And then opens the hand, and there's a cigarette in the hand, and it says, easy revenge on the
Easy
cigarette.
revenge.
On the cigarette. That doesn't even make sense. And then he starts
No.
like going, that's right. The ghost devil doesn't have any eyes, and it only feeds on fear.
Yep.
So then he calmly just walks up at its head, stands on its head,
Just cuts it to death.
and lobs the head off. And
Yeah.
the Kami is like, oh fuck.
She's about to summon the snake again,
Yeah.
and she's like, oh, and doesn't because Kobani's there. She's
Yeah.
she's a quicken.
Yeah.
She's right behind her, holding a knife at her throat.
Yeah. And I don't know if he was saying stop to Akane or Kobani, who's about to probably slit her.
I think he was saying it to Kobani because he wants to know more from Akane. So because I think he does actually say, he's like, don't kill her.
Yeah.
Um,
Don't do
yeah,
that.
and I think, like, is this the bit as well where, like, Aki asks Kobani why she's like, why are you still here?
Yeah, you could have left.
He's like, oh well, bonuses are coming.
Yeah, very much.
Oh man,
Absolutely hates the
that's
job.
rough.
And it's like, bonuses are coming.
Yeah, loves a bonus though.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's been pretty cool.
and that's the end of
Is
that.
I hmm,
What?
hmm.
What?
I think the bit I was talking about, the bit
Mhm.
with Power and Denji, was in the last episode. We didn't talk about it.
No, they cuts to them in the lift now.
Does it do that now?
Yeah, they're in the lift, and
Oh, thank God.
yeah, they cut to it now, and they're in the lift, and they want it lift, and Power seems to have a zombie arm and starts eating it. He's, oh, that's gross.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't care, it's meat. Meat is meat.
Any blood,
Yeah,
anything.
some of that. And
And then the doors open, and
yeah,
there's a bunch more zombies. She's
yeah.
like, oh, they haven't heard us yet.
Yeah. Then she says, like, you don't say anything, don't be too loud, they haven't heard us yet, it's all good. And of course, Power goes, Cower fear mortals, for it is I, Power the greatest. I will slay ye all. Denji, have my back, type thing.
Yeah,
And wanders out into the corridor and just starts hacking at them.
it's we're following her the whole way. She's hacking and slashing, and she's like jumps up onto one's shoulders and just like decapitates it with like two blades, and
Mhm.
she's like, "Ha! Witness me!" And
Yeah.
then it cuts to Denji, who's just standing there yawning in the lift, the elevator, as
Like,
the doors shut. He just didn't bother leaving.
no, it's before that. She probably walks out and starts hacking, slashing, and then the door's kind of like shut as he
Just
like
disappear.
he just like goes up the lift, and then she goes, "Witness me, Denji. There's a worthy adversary. Watch me slay it." And that's like
It's
the
so good.
8 foot tall one, and that's the one he cuts.
It's
And it
so stupid.
and then he just goes up the lift, yawning. Yeah, and he gets to
Yeah.
floor 12 or something, and there's the dude, the big
Yep.
man,
Katana Man.
big katana man, and he's like, "All right, Denji, I don't want any hassle with you. Like, but just fucking die.
Yeah.
Think of
But
what you
we're
done to my grandpa and all our subordinates and all that, and feel bad for him and commit suicide or seppuku to honor them, type thing.
Yep.
Eventually, like, no, I don't care. I'm not
No.
caring at all about this. How can you not care about the guy? It's like, then he doesn't even say like, oh well, before I killed them all, they chopped me into bits.
Yeah, Denji, that doesn't even factor. Denji's just like, I don't care. Like, you're getting in the way of me eating the meals I want to eat and being comfortable, and I want that to stop.
Yeah, very much. Yeah,
I need you not to be in the way of my comfort, which I have achieved now. So, yeah. So they get into a pretty big fight on a train.
yeah. Well, they had like the wee conversation about the whole thing, and then he gets a bit upset, the Kanji man, and he's like, "All right, well, that's fine by me. Let's get this on." And he pulls his
Yep.
cord, and then they burst out the side of the building, like bricks and all.
Yeah, it's in like proper Matrix style,
Yeah,
attacking through the air.
yeah,
It's cool. It's cool.
yeah. So yeah, and they finally just get thrown onto a train, and everyone kind of like fighting on top of the train, and then there's one scene where James is like, "Oh, where does he go?" And he's like, just see him coming from the bottom, just throws him through the roof of the train, and
Yep.
then everyone in the cars below went, "Oh shit, that's not good." Mercy
This is all
stop.
bad.
Yeah,
I like the because of course we get the Katana Man special, which is I'm going to be over here, and then I'm going to be on the other side of you,
yeah,
holding my blades down at the side of me, and you're like, oh, this doesn't seem good at all. And we just see Denji with no arms.
Yeah, he does it a couple of times. It's just but he kind of like gets thrown into another carriage and there's a woman there, and he kind of like, oh wait,
Oh
hang on,
yeah.
stop, stop, wait, and he's like, oh, cuts his arm off, and
Yep.
it's just Monty Python.
Yeah, he does say he's like, well, you made the mistake of leaving my head.
Yeah, you lose my head clean off. It's like, oh, it's over, Denji. Accept it. And it's like, no, it's not. It's
No.
only a flesh wound.
Yeah, it like literally is Monty Python. And then yeah, we get a bit of a vice versa here, where it was before Katana Man doing the "you're already dead" moment,
Yeah,
but this time he's like, "Wait, what happened? Why are you just?" He's like, "Well, you see, you focus here. You shouldn't have done that."
yeah. You
And it just
focus.
turns around to him. It's so good. It is a proper old fashioned like manga anime trope that I really love. It's people just falling apart.
Yeah, so he's kind of like he's doing the thing, and he's like, "You still left my head. Let's do it." And he's like, "Oh, fine." And then he goes for the head, and then she's like, "Ha, you dipshit! He totally went for my head, or you should have went for my legs." And he pulls out his leg, and it's got like a big massive chainsaw on his leg.
Yeah, you shouldn't have done that. And
He
it's like,
got
yeah,
yeah, he got a wee bit of suspense because his chainsaw on his head's been chopped up.
yeah, it's broken as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, then we just see him kind of go
Split in half,
and
yeah.
split. It's so good. Like that will that might be my favorite trope in anime and manga is the sort of the moment that someone realizes that something terrible has happened to them and then the reaction.
Yeah, yeah, it's a full Looney Tunes moment
Oh,
of
it's
when they go off the
yeah,
cliff.
Wile E. Coyote going, "Oh, hang on,
Uh,
there's no
nothing done
ground
there.
here."
Ah, yeah,
Shit. Yeah, I think that's it's a lot of fun. And like you say, it can be incredibly suspenseful as well, even though you know you feel it coming.
yeah,
Um, it's like actually when we saw it in the previous episode with Aki as well, like when he
yeah,
just cuts right past him and you just see his chest go like blood everywhere, and you're like,
yeah,
"Holy shit, that was bad. That was a bad hit you
yeah.
took."
It's certainly the samurai trope of like being so fast that thing you're done the move and you got like a few seconds to berate your adversary. It's
Yeah,
it's kind of it's kind of cool. I thought maybe the fight scene would last a bit longer. Like I thought it was going to be like, oh, he's chopped off like the head chainsaw, but now he's going to
yeah,
go high with some other chainsaw from some other place. But no, it was all in that
no,
one final motion. Uh,
yeah,
and then battles ends, and he's all tied up on the train.
yeah, yeah. Well, they're outside the train now
Mm-hmm.
because he's like he goes, "Oh, you're just like me.
Yeah,
Uh, I took your katana hands off and you just kind of like grew back together."
yeah,
He's got them all tied up. Um, and this I think this is where Aki joins him.
yeah, because he's called in, he's captured the guy, and he's like, and they're on about how he hates Denji type thing and
Yeah,
stuff, and I can't remember, but Denji's basically, oh well, you know what? I got a fun game for you because you like killed Himio and stuff like that,
yeah.
and
So
then yeah,
we've a very good game, a
yeah,
tournament, if you will.
yeah, and
Uh,
then Aki appears and he's like, "What's this about a game?" And it's like, "Oh well, you know, I thought we would can just like kick him in the nuts and see who makes them scream the loudest.
I like Aki's reluctance at the start. It's like, we're here to capture him. We're not here to like get revenge. And he's like, yeah, but you did kill him, and he's right here. And then like Aki's sort of pensive and looking at the ground, and eventually just kind of stands up and puts his sleeves up, and he's like, so what do I win if I
Yeah,
if I do this? And he's like, well, his testicles.
yeah, sure. Yeah, it's
Of
testicles.
course.
I mean, there's this mangled them, so yeah. It's
Oh my god, it's very funny. They do like basically kick a man in the nuts to death almost.
certainly quite hard.
Oh yeah.
It was Aki looks at that cigarette that you got, and still says easy revenge, and that's I think sweet as mine. I was like, all right, let's do it.
Yeah.
And then Katana Man is basically like, "You're not serious, are you? Wait, no."
It's like, oh no, like very serious.
and
Very serious.
and they're just whacking him in the nuts, and
That's very
you
good.
go ding, ding, ding. And Aki goes, "Oh, I'll be there soon." But listen, this is like a wee serenade for you.
Yeah, it's
All
pretty
right.
good. And then I think we cut to Makima, right?
Uh, yeah. So you got Makima in the office saying uh, that Aki they kind of like had a contract with Gun Devil, and the guns weren't quite what this is, but they're looking for the heart of Chainsaw Man.
Yes. Uh, I think she also explains that after they detained Akane,
Mm-hmm.
uh, the Snake Devil just like murks her.
Yeah,
Like, just while Kobani is like taking her through the hallway, just comes out and goes like, "Ah, head gone," and then disappears.
yeah. It was like
Uh,
because she's getting like debriefed, and it's like, yeah, I didn't really have time to ask her that, and
yeah,
it's all suicide. All right, yeah, it's possibly part of the contract with the Gun Devil or something.
yeah. I think like it was like almost a get out of jail free card for the Gun Devil that it had an agreement with the Snake Devil that it's like if any capture happens, you make this stop.
Yeah, seems that
So
way.
yeah, it's wild. That's crazy that she's dead already.
Yeah, big bad manipulator, and she's dead. Um, but the good news is, I think they found was it?
Is it 1.4 kilograms of Gun Devil flesh?
Yeah, and they already have about 5 kilograms,
Yep.
and
and
it's
and that's the good news. The combined amount is now starting to move towards the location of the Gun Devil.
yeah,
Finally,
yep. And then it cuts to the end credits.
yeah, but there's still stuff to happen.
Yeah,
It's kind of weird because like that bit kind of happens over some of the credits.
yeah. So Aki, Denji, and Tara all go out to celebrate. I think and buy a big like tea.
Yeah,
And they're all having their stuff, eating away, having fun, and tidying things up and about to have a nap. And Aki goes outside and finally smokes that cigarette. It says "E.T. Revenge."
yep,
And then it kind of cuts to Denji who's snoring on the floor, and then it cuts back to the very start of like the whole show, very start of episode 1,
yeah,
but goes into further detail. Because start of episode 1, he's having that weird dream where he's walking down the street, down into back alley to a door,
yep.
breathing
With
heavily.
sort of notes and stuff on it.
Yeah, and he's a wee kid. It turns out to be a wee kid. And then he hears
Pochito,
Pochito.
Pochita.
Yeah, it's like, oh, are you behind there? Maybe I can get to see you in this dream. And he's like, don't open the door.
Yeah. And then it sort of fades again, and then it's just it's a woman asking Denji. It's like, so you want to be a country mouse or a city mouse?
Yeah,
And then that's it.
that's the
That's
end
the
of
end
the
of the
episode.
episode.
Yeah,
Oh, wild, wild.
nothing to leave you like going, what?
Yeah.
That's
Um, I'm pretty
weirdness.
shocked they killed off Akane so quickly, but that's interesting.
Ah, well, gotta keep the suspense. I mean, she got
Well,
captured
they do
pretty
like to
easily.
kill off what is perceptively a big bad to show that they're sort of bottom rung.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the the early 2000s Spider-Man movies with Tommy
Like
Maguire in it.
Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire, yeah. They
How
all,
so?
cause every bad guy you fought died at the end of the movie. Green Goblin
Yeah, that's
died.
true.
I can,
Wait, did Doc Ock die?
yeah, sure he did. I'm sure he took out the arms
Oh, maybe.
and like came omniscient. I was reading a fan theory about that. Now that they got what was the one? What was the last Spider-Man movie?
Well, in that trilogy,
Yeah, no, and
the one with, or most recently.
yeah, the one that does the whole
Oh,
multi-dimension thing.
No Way Home.
Yeah, because he's in that. And one fan theory is
Yeah,
like
it is.
that he gets pulled away just for that point, and then goes back to that point, and that's why he changes at the end of the movie. I don't really remember that
Oh,
Spider-Man 2.
interesting.
Uh,
I like Spider Man too.
yeah, and then they killed Sandman off and Venom off in the third movie.
Yeah, that's true. I really don't like that third movie.
Is it the cocky dance?
No, it's just all of it. It's just all of it. The first two Spider Man movies are great.
Mm-hmm.
The third one's not good. And
Yep.
then there's the Amazing Spider Man. The first one I really liked. I
Yeah.
didn't really care much for the second one. And then I've liked all of the ones with Tom Holland as Spider Man. So
Those have been good ones. The first one,
and Enter the Spider Verse. I like
oh
that
yeah,
too.
and they got a sequel to that coming out. But the
I don't really care so much for that sequel. I just want to watch the original film over and over and over.
was it Amazing Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man, uh,
Mm-hmm.
that end bit where he kind of promised the dying father, even though he could probably save the dying father by like give him the reptile gas to like bring him
Uh-huh.
back to life and save him. Uh, he makes a promise of not seeing his daughter again, and then he leans over at the end of it and goes, "But some rules are okay to break, right?"
Mm.
That's not a fucking bit of a callous dick
I
move.
Yeah, I just like the fight scene with Lizard Man in the school with Spider Man. It's really cool.
Oh, that's right. Good fight scene. I think I've already watched it once. Then he had like the invisible cranes
That was less good.
where they all lined up at the end. So like Spider
That's
Man
right.
will do this. I'll sing with my buddies on the other cranes.
That's another podcast in itself, I think.
Yeah, that's I don't
But
know.
yeah, how are you feeling? How do you rate this one, Colin?
I'm
The
feeling
end of it.
feeling all
How
right.
are you feeling on this one?
Um, I don't know. I thought like the fights didn't last that long. They kind of were like, ah, yeah, that's a thing. Oh, it's over type thing. Like for the ghost one, it's like a bit weird. It's like I'm getting choked out, and I have a flashback. And now the ghost remembers Himio, and Himio's feelings for me, and my feelings for her.
Yeah, yeah. I
It's,
That's one of my favorite scenes in the movie. Not because it's a fight in the episode, just because
uh,
it's really interesting, like narratively and it's kind of a, it looks nice, but it's not. It's not really a fight scene. It's just
It's a
an
thing.
execution.
Yeah. I like the kind of the end bit where he gets up and goes, "Ah, this is how you defeat it." But I just feel
Yeah.
like like it's come to the final episode of the season. Think there'd be a bit more bang for buck in the fights, and
Well, the fight scene with Katana Man's pretty good.
yeah, it's all right. I just again, I just felt like it was kind of like over. There wasn't much in it. The training that he's done in the previous two episodes didn't seem to be much more, and then maybe being a
No,
bit smarter.
That's an interesting point. Yeah, like I guess maybe we're supposed to like believe that the chainsaw legs is because of the training, like
But
the idea to.
yeah, but he had like where he fought the Bat Devil, didn't he? He brought them out for that, or was it
Yeah.
the Leech Devil?
Either way, like I guess it's the intelligent use of them rather than just wanton violence, which he also does.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
I think this is another like I like the I thought Akane getting snaked was crazy cool.
hmm
Um, I like them taking turns kicking the dude in the nads. Uh,
yeah,
I like the Ghost Devil scene generally, and I liked Kobeni saying that she was really looking forward to bonuses.
yeah. There's not really much happening in this one. I feel for the
I
last
think it's
episode.
an eight for me. I
Yeah,
think like it's good. It's just like the other stuff was better.
yeah. Well, usually, I mean, it's got like a interesting cliffhanger in the sense of some random lady's like asking you want to be a mouse or a country mouse or a field city mouse.
A City Mouse, yeah,
What's that
yeah,
all
that is
about?
weird.
Probably her mother, but his mother, by the way.
The thing with this show so far is I find Chainsaw Man to be the least interesting character to a degree because there's been occasions where you're just like the one where Aki's in the hospital and he's
Yeah,
like, would I? He's like, yeah, is he crying? That's embarrassing. Although he did just lose his friend. He's like, why am I not upset? Like sort of that kind of whole self-evaluation stuff, but
hmm
then it gets immediately brushed away with, nah, probably not. I don't know. Like, I just kind of want to exist. It's like,
yeah.
yeah, I guess. Like, I guess.
That's some weird depression shit. But he's
It
kind
just
of
feels
had
like,
it for so long. It's kind of like he's just used to it and numb in that
yeah.
sense.
I think that's the thing is that there is a numbness there. But like even Power, who just kind of rants and about being self-sufficient and not really needing anyone,
Yeah,
like she has no need to really be there. She could really escape. She could get away. Like that wouldn't really be that difficult. They've got bigger things to deal with right now than her not being in the way. But she hangs about.
ah, she's just
You know,
lonely.
she is. She's lonely, and I think that's an interesting character trait. And I think the thing about Kobani as well is like there's obviously a lot more to her than that. And Makima is like just a fucking Pandora's box waiting to be unleashed upon whatever this show ends up being. And even like Kishibe as well, like just interesting backstory, and I kind of want to know more about them because obviously like incredibly skilled
Hmm.
fighter and things like that. And Aki is just like driven with purpose, like and
hmm
so self-sacrificial. There's so little care for self. And like all of that's really interesting. And just by comparison, the show is called fucking Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, it was just basically like, oh look, there's this dude that can turn into chainsaws, arms and
Like
head.
I get that the kind of story revolves around him,
Yeah,
and I feel like it's more sort of like he's the plot piece. He's sort of the thing that's propelling the story along to a degree. Like
yeah.
he's not the thing that I find interesting.
No, I agree. He's just a he's not anything special
No,
in
like
the sense.
I like his improvement,
What where
and I like that.
he's got
I
smarter
like
because
his
of the glasses.
yeah, because the glasses,
'Cause of the
and
glasses.
I do like the in air quotes friendship with Power. Like I think they are a fun dynamic, and like I think there is a degree of it where like whether he wants to admit it or not, I think like he is probably more sentimental than he'd care to admit.
Yeah,
Um, but
yeah,
it's just not shown in any real way. It's just very dismissed. So I'd like to see a little bit more about Denji to make me feel more for the character.
yeah. Oh, maybe that's what's coming up, man. Maybe that's this
Who
field
knows?
mouse, city mouse thing.
Maybe.
Uh,
How do you rate this episode then? Do you think an 8 is fair? Would you go less, more?
eh, I'm gonna go with 7. It was it's fun. It's lead into some interesting stuff, but like I
Yeah.
say, I feel like it is maybe the big climatic fight, ending of like the season, and it's just like it, was, it wasn't nothing
Yeah.
special. I mean, cool chopping Katana Man in half with his leg
Mm-hmm.
chainsaw, and it's just literally
Mm-hmm.
like entire. He's not a small man.
No.
He's not a small man, and he leaps and like goes. "Mrr." I suppose he must be diving straight forward, going like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
That makes more sense. And then he doesn't realize that he's been chopped in half until Denji just goes like, "Haha, you're already dead."
You forgot about chainsaw legs.
Yeah, motherfucker.
So good. So
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Well, like I think we've not talked about it, but I think like, you know, when season 2 comes around, maybe we go back to season 8 of the podcast and keep talking about it for a little bit.
Season 8. Keep calling it season 8.
Yeah, I think we could append some additional episodes to season 8.
Um, alright. I don't see how that works. We should be calling seasons then. We should just be calling casual, not casual. Who's that anime
No, we
does?
don't,
Chainsaw Man.
but it is that
Yeah,
each season represents a thing we talked about.
but you can't go back and you gotta go on season 9 and then you go,
You
aha,
can. I've seen it done. I've seen it done very specifically in the podcast world.
podcast world doing what? Podcast
Yeah.
world doesn't. No. Podcast. No.
True Crime Garage went back to season 5 after finishing up on season 7 because they had supplemental episodes to do for season 5.
No. It's not a thing. Shouldn't be a thing. You shouldn't be able to go
Oh,
back.
you can call them what you want. That's what I'm going to call them. No, maybe I won't. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But
It should be
I think like
sequential.
to suffice it to say, I think I would like to come back to do
Season
more
2.
Chainsaw Man. I think it would be good.
Yeah, we'll get to
Um,
see what the crack is. It's our release date.
I don't think so. I don't have anything on that.
No.
Let me see if there's any inkling. I'm pretty sure it's been renewed for season 2.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Um. Uh, I mean, there's nothing really. There's a lot of suggestion that it would be 2024 before we saw a
Oh
new
well.
season.
We can talk about it more when it comes out. Because.
Oh, it hasn't officially been renewed.
Oh. Alright.
Although they're saying that, you know, there's lots of source material still to cover, and of course, it's very hard to imagine that they wouldn't continue to do what was successful. So,
Yeah. You never know. Stranger things has happened. And it
Yeah.
has. It came out 3 seasons. Stranger Things.
4.
4 seasons of Stranger Things.
It's a fifth season comes out this year.
There you go. Stranger Things has happened. 5 seasons. Not watched a single one of them. Mm-mm.
They're good. Season 3, no 2. Season 2 is not very good.
I watched The Imperfects. That's probably my first live action thing I watched in a long time.
The Imperfects.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Oh man.
It's got some comedian in it. I didn't realize it was a comedian until it popped up because I've also watched The Imperfects and he's in it. So, oh, look, it's a stand-up show.
I have watched recently The Recruit, The Rig. It's been the live action stuff I've watched.
Yeah, they're movies, though, right?
No.
Oh no, The Rig is some drama on
It's
an
an
oil
Amazon
rig.
series. It's a sci-fi drama horror thing.
Was it?
Yeah.
On an oil rig.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I thought it was just, what was the... There was an oil rig drama that used to be on, like, TV, like, in the 90s.
Oh.
Can't remember. Don't think it was...
Oil rig drama TV
Yeah.
shows.
Like a soap. It's on about...
In the UK?
In the UK, yeah, it was on about, around about, that one that went on fire. Oh, Papa something. Well, it wasn't about that. It just so happens that it was on air at the same time.
The only thing I can see is the rig because it's
That's all you need to know.
I wouldn't recommend it. It's not a total waste of time, but it wasn't great.
Yeah, The Imperfects was teen trash. I'm going to call it.
Amazing.
It was just. It was just.
I've created a letterbox account this year.
All right.
So that I can keep track of the movies I'm watching and want to watch. So I have created a horror movie list of 142 horror movies.
Uh-huh.
And I found a guy who has created a thing that lets you a URL randomly select a movie from that list.
Okay.
And that's how I'm going to get through them.
Oh dear.
I will get there. That sounds like a good time to end it, Colin, since you're dying.
Only for the short bit. Yeah.
Yeah. We have this has been another episode of Who's That Anime, and we are finishing with Chainsaw Man. We'll be back with our palate cleanser next week, and then back with a new season again once we've decided what that is.
Oh yeah.
As always, Who's That Anime is an anime podcast and can be listened to where all good podcasts can be listened to. Our home is at anchor.fm/Who's That Anime. If you want to leave us a review, that would be amazing. 5 stars is always welcome, and anything less with some feedback would be super cool. If you've already reviewed us or can't review us and want to try and help the show, telling a friend is the next best thing to do. We don't really make any money from this, so we don't do any advertising or anything like that. So spreading the word the good old-fashioned way by telling other people is really, really the best way. We have a Facebook page, that's facebook.com/Who's That Anime, where we post the latest episodes and the occasional anime meme. We also have a Discord. You can find the link to that in the show notes. We have a YouTube channel. Colin painstakingly puts together the video versions of these episodes. Colin, what episode will we be at on the YouTube channel at this point?
Episode 9, if it all goes according to plans.
Well, we'll hope that the 3 week trail continues. Episode 9 on the YouTube channel. Also, if you want to give us a subscribe there, that would be amazing. You can find it by going to youtube.com and searching for Who's That enemy.
Yeah.
Colin and I also like to play video games sometimes. Colin at twitch.tv/couchfuel and myself at twitch.tv/hailpayman. There are archives of all of the games and things we've played on those on YouTube. So if you want to find the archives, you can go to youtube.com and find them by searching for Couchfuel or Hail Payman.
Yep.
And that's us.
Yeah, that's it. That's us done. Done with Chainsaw Man.
We'll be back with Chainsaw Man. I think like if we're still podcasting in 2024 and that show comes back, I think we will come back to it.
Yeah, we'll see if timing works out well and everything like that, or we can maybe
need to do a refresher and watch the first season again at some point.
You know what happens? He got chopped up, turned into a chainsaw.
Yeah,
man.
Do you know what? Actually, I will listen to our podcast episodes in preparation for it.
Yeah, we can, and then you can start with season 8 again, like, and just wipe the future episodes away.
Wipe out everything else that happened
after this point.
Yep.
Yeah. Just like
so we can do whatever we want between now and then because it's not going to matter. It's going to disappear.
Yeah, it's just going to disappear, man. It's just going to be like Steins Gate all over again.
Oh man. Let's not do anything as long as those two this year if we can help it.
I thought you were talking about doing something. Oh, it's Monster.
Yes, but not in as many episodes.
No,
like because we cannot do 6 months of the same show again. That was as much as I enjoyed it. That was a hard go.
Yeah. Get moving on from that was good.
It was hard to move on.
And it was good to come to this one because this was certainly a different kind of take.
Yeah, because we've definitely stepped away from our normal genre.
Yeah, this is certainly a superhero thing more than like crazy controversial twist plot turns like there was in Hierarchy and fucking Steins Gate and Lane.
Even Cowboy Bebop to an extent.
Cowboy Bebop had that overall arch, but it was more. There wasn't really much conspiracy. Oh, actually, talking about conspiracy theory, right? Here, my thought on this, right, until almost the last episode, was that fucking crazy eyeball lady,
Makima.
Makima, yeah. She's like I was thinking this is like a weird Good Omens kind of like deal where she's like the angel person.
Okay.
Maybe like Gabriel or something like that because they're intending going to war with the devils in Good Omens. And what was David Tennant's character in Good Omens again? What was the devil's name?
Now you're asking.
Yeah. I can't remember.
Well, he was Crawley.
Crawley, yeah. So like maybe not Crawley because him and the angel buddy came pretty pally-wally and stayed on Earth and kind of like their lives on Earth, and hence why they're trying to stop the whole end of the world thing happening. But like it's like that, and I thought Akane was like some like leader of some devil form, because they also know of Makima and her powers. Because since like people started squishing, they're like, "Damn it, it's her! I thought we got rid of her." Also,
I'm confident she's a bad guy.
Oh, Makima.
Yep, like she's there's no public service. Like we've seen conversations about weird wars with Russia and things like that. So there's something else going on.
Yeah, well, I don't know. think she's just a take on a different side. So, like you're saying Good Omens and pretty much even Diablo, and I think probably even the Bible type thing. They had the war against good and evil, and the angels against the devils, and mankind was just in between, in a different, like a border realm, essentially, and they got to go through that to get to each other. And I think it's just another take on that type of story.
Mm-hmm.
So, angel devil is probably actually an angel. It's maybe with Makima. Because they kind of look kind of similar.
Yeah, I guess so.
Don't know. I haven't really looked into their eyes, the angel devil, because you only see them in this episode.
True.
But that's just food for thought, and that's me blowing Steve's mind on the last episode of the season again.
That happens every year.
Every year.
Every time. Every season.
Every season.
So we leave you. This is the 100th episode.
Yeah.
100.
Long
may another 100. Wait for another 100.
Future is great. Future is great. Future is great.
That's it. That's the spirit. Cool. So we'll be back, like say, with the palette cleanser, and then we'll be back a week after that with a new season.
Yeah. It'll be good.
Exciting times.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll catch you same anime place, same anime time, with your host Stephen Collin for Who's That Anime on
Peace
101.
out,
See you later.
101.
101.
Dalmatians on the run.
Not quite. Anyway.
Bye.
Bye.